father walked into his son's room one night, as was their nightly routine. He knew his son had trouble sleeping if he didn't come to say goodnight. The room was dimly lit by a lamp, casting long shadows across the walls. As he approached the bed, he noticed something unsettling about his son. Despite looking the same, the boy had a huge grin stretching from ear to ear, an expression that sent a shiver down the father's spine. "Are you okay, buddy?" the father asked, trying to mask his unease. The son nodded eagerly, still grinning, and then said in a whisper, "Daddy, check for monsters under my bed." Amused by his son's imagination, the father chuckled softly. Playing along, he got down on his knees and peered under the bed. What he saw made his blood run cold. His real son, pale and trembling with fear. The boy's eyes were wide with terror as he mouthed the words, "Daddy, there's someone on my bed." Panic surged through the father as he realized something malevolent had invaded their home. With trembling hands, he turned to face the bed where his son pointed, expecting to see nothing but the usual toys and blankets. Instead, his heart skipped a beat as he saw a dark figure sitting at the edge of the bed, its outline barely visible in the dim light. Fear gripped him, but his paternal instincts kicked in. Ignoring the pounding of his own heart, he scooped up his son and dashed out of the room, not daring to look back. They fled down the hallway, the father's mind racing with questions and dread. How had this happened? What was that thing? Was his family in danger? They reached the safety of the living room, where the father finally dared to set his son down. Trembling with fear and adrenaline, he hugged the boy tightly, reassuring him that everything would be okay. But deep down, he knew they weren't safe yet. Whatever had invaded their home was still out there, lurking in the darkness of their son's bedroom. Hours passed as they huddled together on the couch, the father keeping watch over his son as he fitfully dozed off. Every creak of the house made him jump. Every shadow seemed to conceal a lurking threat. Dawn finally broke, casting a weak light through the windows and bringing a fragile sense of relief. Gathering his courage, the father decided to confront the unknown. Armed with a flashlight and a sense of determination, he cautiously returned to his son's room. The door creaked open, revealing a room that appeared normal at first glance. Toys were scattered on the floor, the bed was neatly made, but the eerie atmosphere remained. Taking a deep breath, the father approached the bed, his heart pounding in his ears. He scanned every corner, every inch of the room, but found no trace of the dark figure that had terrorized them. Could it have been a trick of the light, a shared nightmare, or something more sinister that had momentarily slipped away? Days turned into weeks, and life slowly returned to normal. Yet, the father couldn't shake the feeling of unease that lingered in the back of his mind. He installed extra locks on the doors, checked under his son's bed every night, and kept a watchful eye on the shadows. The incident haunted him, a constant reminder of how fragile their sense of security could be. But through it all, one thing remained certain: the unwavering bond between a father and his son, tested and strengthened in the face of the unknown.